And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone, TV movie entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for Marvel's next big blockbuster film, The Eternals, or Eternals, directed by Chloe Zhao, I believe. I butchered that. I apologize. So let's talk about The Eternals because there's some controversy towards this movie, and whatever you guys thought about, the Rotten Tomato score or this movie is getting negative reviews, you have to just go watch this movie with an open mind and judge it for yourself, because that's exactly what I did. Because I'm a Marvel fan and a DC fan, and I've seen when DC all the time always gets negative reviews, and then I end up going and watch those movies, and it's like some are better than others. So I did the exact same thing. When Marvel had their quote unquote first, Rotten Tomato score, we knew it was bound to happen, okay? It was eventually going to happen. Unlike, just like in in wrestling, for us wrestling fans out there, we never expected The Undertaker to be, have his streak broken. 21-0 went to 21-1. So Marvel, having so many Marvel films, 80%, 90%, 100%, whatever the case may be, being so perfect with Rotten Tomato scores, and then of course, the critic scores also being high, and then that affects the box office, and it was bound to happen. We were gonna get one bad negative review Marvel film eventually. So, if you don't count, the old school Marvel films outside of the MCU, some X-Men films and whatnot, and Ghost Rider, I believe, but we don't count those. This is the MCU we're talking about. So let's talk about the Eternals, because honestly, I went in there with an open mind. I saw this movie 3 times because I really wanted to process this movie, and I wanted to see it for myself and see what was all the negativity about this film. So if you don't know what the Eternals are basically celestial beings that go to Earth, and their main job is basically help civilization prosper, make the Earth, how it is today. And what they can do is, help them, make sure they're doing, what they have to do, kind of. But they can get involved in their kind of wars, if they have a war or World War I or whatever it is, they can get involved. If Thanos came to Earth early, they couldn't get involved unless deviants were involved. And that's exactly what this movie is. The Eternals, they go to Earth, they're trying to prosper, helping the humans, until the deviants start to show up, and then they gotta interfere and pretty much put a stop to them and their sinister plot to pretty much destroy the Earth. So, we got a lot of great characters in here. We got to see Icarus. We got to see, like, some of the characters, I don't remember the names off the top of my head, but Cersei was in here. You got Angelina Jolie's character. By the way, Angelina Jolie in a Marvel film, I've been waiting to see that, because honestly, Angelina Jolie is like that perfect actress that, she's a great actress in her own right, but she fits perfectly in either an MCU film or a Marvel film, or a DC film, sorry. And she would do a great job, regardless of what the character is. Regardless of what the character is, she will always do a good job, whatever kind of character she has. And I always knew in the back of my head, yeah, put Angelina Jolie either Marvel or DC, and she will crush it. And she did a phenomenal job in here. I thought her character was great. And I think everybody did a great job with their characters. I think each character, some were represented more from mythology and all of that, but a lot of these characters were great. And each of their powers were very different as well. And that's what another thing I liked about this film, because, they all weren't like, oh, we all got the same power, super strength, lasers, and all that. No, each individual had their own unique set of powers. Like, for instance, Angelina Jolie, she can create energy weapons, and she's like the goddess of, like the warrior goddess, I believe. And then you have Icarus, who can fly, and he has laser beams. He has that. Then you have one character who's a deaf character, but she has super speed. Phenomenal job with that. I thought that. You have one guy, I forgot the character's name, but he can, like, create things out of anything, like make technology, and he pretty much helps mankind move forward with, you know, their technology. So I thought that was really cool. You have one character who could shoot energy beams out of his hands, which was very cool. And then of course you have the main character girl. She has the power to, I guess, change matter, whatever she wants. Like she could touch something and change it, or you know, with her own will. I thought that stuff was great. Even Selma Hayek was in this movie too, and her power is very cool. She can heal herself easily, no problem. She can get cut, no problem. Boom, healed. You know, it doesn't take energy from her. It doesn't do anything like that. She just can heal it. So I thought that, you know, each character was great because each character had their own power, and I thought that worked really well. You know, but yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the bad stuff about this movie, because honestly, there are some bad stuff. And like I said before, no Marvel movie or even DC movie is perfect, okay? We knew eventually these movies were going to get some great, you know, reaction and some not. Let's talk about the bad stuff here, because honestly, there's a couple of things here. It does kind of drag a little bit, and I get it. They tried to introduce brand new characters into the MCU and pretty much set them up so that way they are a part of it. And for a little backstory, the Eternals weren't even supposed to be happening, okay? At this, you know, when Eternals came out, it was technically supposed to be Inhumans. We were supposed to get the Inhumans project. We never got it. They tried it on TV, failed miserably, and now we have the Eternals. Well, like I said, it has its moments where it does drag a little bit, and you really have to follow the story, because now we're going deeper into the stars of the MCU and literally talking about the Celestials and what exactly is their purpose. I mean, we met Celestials before, you know, when we saw, you know, Ego and that giant Celestial with the power staff, you know, from Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, we never really got information about what exactly is their purpose and what they do. They basically go around planets to try to either help mankind, help, you know, make that planet better, or destroy it, or either way. So does the Eternals have that same problem? Yes, it does. You have to watch the film to actually know what exactly is the actual purpose for their, you know, being on Earth. But yeah, like I said, this film was a lot of fun. It might be, to me personally, is better than what Black Widow was. I thought Black Widow was a good film. Not my favorite MCU film, but I think Eternals was a lot better, you know, when it comes to, like, getting new characters out there. I remember that introduced a whole bunch of new characters, plus the whole Celestial thing on top of that. So I thought they really did a really good job with that overall. But like I said, some pacing stuff was a little bit choppy, and some of them, like, the visual effects were great. I like that stuff, at least that. Yeah, to me, it was just some of the pacing stuff was a little bit. Okay, let's get to the point. But other than that, I really thoroughly enjoyed this film. And like I said, if you're interested in seeing this film and you're a Marvel fan, but you're not sure about that critic and, you know, that Rotten Tomato score, and if that's keeping you from not watching the film, just go into this movie with an open mind and just watch the film and then judge it for yourself. That's all you got to do. Judge it for yourself. If you come out liking it, awesome. If you come out hating it, that's cool too, because honestly, all film is subjective anyway, so it doesn't really matter who loves what. So as long as you like it or don't like it, we can't judge you. You know, all we gotta say is like, okay, you don't like it, cool. We move forward. We'll get to the next Marvel film or whatever it is. But yeah, now the Eternals are a part of the MCU, and now we gotta see what happens with them moving forward. There are 2 after credits, obviously, that sets up some pretty interesting things. So you might want to check it out. Like I said, go in there with an open mind, see it for yourself, judge it for yourself. Don't just go in there like, oh, this movie's gonna suck, and then when you watch it, oh, I was right, because then that's just gonna ruin your expectations for this film. Go in there, don't think about anything else. Just go in there, watch the film, then judge it when you come out of it. So there you go. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the Eternals. Did you guys enjoy it? Have you seen it yet? Not seen it yet? Are you guys still looking forward to it, regardless of the Rotten Tomato score? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Stay tuned for more, and thank you very much, and have a good day.